Okay, here's your standard run. This is a nice beginning. Good contacts. Couldn't see what she did there. It's good that you make sure she does her contacts good too. A dog like that, you got to stay on top of those contacts. She does well though. It was nice. Okay, that was pretty nice. Slow it down. It's hard to see the angles of the jumps, but I think it's the same as... Okay. So I think she thought she was going to the A-frame, and that's why she has that bobble there. So you're doing a rear cross. She's really far ahead of you, and it looks like you're crossing behind her. So I think your rear cross was actually pretty nice. She could be thinking she's going to go to the A-frame from here, and maybe she just, you know, chose not to read your cue. Because I think it's hard to tell depth-wise, it's hard to see, but it looks like you crossed behind pretty nice. And I can see you've got your arm up sending over the table. So, and she does go there, but she just doesn't turn until here. So I think she probably thought she was going to the A-frame, but I think what you did looked fine. And sometimes dogs do that just because they want to. And sometimes they do it because there's inconsistencies in how you do rear crosses. So, you know, if you tend to do them really, really late, kind of like there was that one example in your jumpers run, how you crossed really close to the jump. If you do that too many times, then when you try to do a cross like the one you just did, where you crossed more in between the jumps, then, you know, she may not read that as well. So that's just a training thing. It's not a big deal or anything really to worry about. So she does a nice teeter. And then I don't think you ever get the weaves right, but that's training. And I wouldn't worry about that either. I mean, we're like at the end of winter, and things like the weaves and the contacts, it's hard to maintain that through our winter with such little training time. Okay, so let's go back and look at this. So, it's like broad, and then you do a rear kind of on the flat here, but it works really nice. She reads it really well. Really nice job. I don't have any problem with that. Now here, I think she was supposed to take this jump, is my guess, just looking at the flow of the course. But you're just running this way, and you're actually a little bit lateral from this jump this way, and you don't have your arm up. So she has a nice stop on the contacts, and she has a much larger path to go this way to get to the A-frame than you do. So in a case like this, you just don't rush it. And let's see, you put her in the tunnel. As soon as she goes in that tunnel, I would have moved right over to the wing of that jump. And you can keep moving. You don't have to stop. But if you move over so you're right up against that jump and you keep your right arm up and then you move this way, then I think she would have taken it. And you do a super good job of looking back at her and maintaining contact. That's great, because you're still moving away, but you're looking back. But you just didn't have your arm up, and I think you were just a little too far away, because it looks like for her to take that jump from the tunnel, she kind of had to go out just a little bit to get that jump, and she comes out and she sees you running away, so she just goes with you. So, and then I think you're decelling there, because I think you were thinking about going back and fixing that, but you didn't. And I think that's fine, because it was like completely your fault. So, but I don't know if you can see what I mean. For her to come out of this tunnel, take this jump, get to the A-frame, and then she does have a good stop on the contacts, I wouldn't feel rushed to get there. So take the time to work this jump when she comes out of the tunnel. And I don't know if you do this, but you kind of get better at it the more experience that you gain. But sometimes it helps. I'm sure you've seen people walking the course to see what the dog sees. And this would be one of those times that if you just go stand in front of this tunnel exit and just kind of look at the angle of what the dog sees when they come out, my guess is that it would have been, you would have seen that the dog does have to sort of go out this way a little bit, and it's not just a straight shot out of the tunnel. So that might be something for you to consider when you walk a course, because she does tend to come to where you are, and she'll do a tight turn to do that. A lot of my dogs won't do that. They don't want to make that tight turn, and so, and it's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing, but it's just something you need to be aware of when you walk the course. And she does a nice stop. Good. That was a very nice run. I'm super happy with how you guys are doing. Okay, thanks.